Rachel, I will start with you. We're so sorry, as I said, to hear about your situation. What happened? Did you drink spoiled milk, or what was the situation?
So I'm sorry. So I purchased the milk for my family. Um, I thought that it was a healthy option. It was next to cheese and eggs and meats, and I thought that it was a healthy and nutritious option for us. I never drank the milk myself. My toddler became severely ill, and we had to rush him to the hospital. He was having nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. He even had a fever. He was severely dehydrated, which as a mom is really scary. Um, he even required an emergency surgery, which was the second worst day of my life. I became ill just by caring for him in the hospital. These bacteria are very contagious, and I've actually never drank milk. I never drank the milk, but I contracted it from getting the diarrhea and the vomiting. You know, as a mom, you get a lot of stuff on you when your kid is sick. And I became ill by contracting the bacteria that way.
I'm sorry to hear that. After he drank the milk, how long did it take him before he got sick? Did he get sick right away, or did this happen later?
I believe it was about 2 days later. He started to develop symptoms. You know when your kid is starting to get sick. And I noticed something was off. When he started the vomiting and the diarrhea, I just knew something was really wrong. And so we rushed him to the hospital.
And what did they say? What was the name of the bacteria that he had?
He had a strain of E. coli as well as campylobacter.
Is that also what you had?
I had the campylobacter, which is actually the most contagious, I was told by the medical professionals. So
And
it's very easily contracted from one person to the other.
and you were pregnant at the time. What happened?
Yes, I became very ill, and I mean, the sickest I've ever been in my life. Um, I came really close to dying, um, and our son did die. The doctors told me that I was lucky to be alive.
Again, so sorry for what you've been through. But what are you hoping now by this lawsuit?
Um, I want other people to know how dangerous this is. Had I known that there were any dangers involved, I would have never purchased the milk for my family. My son would have never became ill and needed surgery, and my other son would still be alive.
You purchased the milk from, and is this something that you don't buy on a regular basis, or how did that happen?
I bought it from an organic natural food store, and it's something that I had purchased here and there for a number of months.
So you bought this milk before, it hadn't been the first time.
That's correct.
And this is, so the other times you drank the milk, there was no issue.
That's correct. I never drank the milk, but there were no issues in my family other times when it was consumed.
So your son had already, over the past few months, had been drinking that milk.
Occasionally, yes.
Okay. So Ron, I'm gonna ask you, as her attorney, what can be done to help Rachel?
So, like Rachel and all of our other clients, through this lawsuit and others, we're going to hope to accomplish three things. the first thing is that we get fair and just compensation for all of our clients, for their medical bills, for their lost wages, for the pain and suffering and losses they've endured. But the second thing we're going to look for is we're going to try to figure out exactly how this happened. There was a breakdown at Keely Farms, which allowed multiple types of deadly bacteria to get into this product, and we need to figure out how that happened. But most importantly, through all of this, we hope by our actions we can make sure that it doesn't happen again and it doesn't harm any other people.